the duels begin. Glaive facing down towards bottom of middle. There's a little bit of damage there towards JDM, and this is quite fast here. Towards the apartments we go. 3 players, thick and fast, and they go towards the boiler room as well. Elige spotting towards that area, decides to jump out, just clearing and pushing CTs back and back towards second mid, it seems.
I wonder if that was like an audio fake. They run in there and make that much noise, and then they go back into the middle. Maybe they were hoping that if they jump down into second mid, someone from mid would go and peek. That seemed very intentional, almost sort of choreographed to me. Device having a bit of a weird fight, shooting through the wall up there, not really connecting with anyone. There's 2 smokes, and now there's just 1 left. 1 has already been put out. They're gonna land behind Duprehh. He's not quite sure. Are they really going to do this? We just talked about this kind of a setup, pushing towards Archway. 3 men trying to run down Duprehh, and he is in a lot of trouble here, trying to stay behind the corner and fight, but Nitro comes flying in with a headshot there, taking him down. Sip has got 1 in return. Device clicking randomly through the smoke to take down JDM. Now 4 versus 3. Device is ready and waiting. Falling out of the sight. He's got Sip in the corner still, so this is a pretty good defense. Sipnix gets a kill, and Liquid there just slowing down a bit too much here. It's all falling apart towards the end of this round. Nitro low on health, Twistzz even lower on health, and that's a bomb drop and no way out. Glaive will get the kill, and Astralis, they seem to almost absorb that whole push.
Just Duprehh doing as much as he could just to delay them as much as possible. Have the reactions from his teammates to come in. It was looking very promising there, and as we actually said coming into this game, that banana split, we call it, through CT spawn has become very prevalent tactic these days, but doesn't really work out for Liquid. No plant coming in either, so this means the force buy for the second round. A nice start for Astralis here, but these second round anti-egos have not been smooth settings for any team in this tournament, really. It's been very difficult to find these 3-0s, but let's see what happens here. Liquid bring Tech 9s, P250s, head armor as well, a couple of smokes to work with. To me, that suggests going back towards B. It's a default at the start of the round, but we'll see what they can do here. Let's Duprehh with the MP9, an interesting choice for the second round. Not a single rifle here, Anders. Not a big fan of that. Good nade, though. I do like that a bit.
Yeah, much better than Dupreeh's, which did 1 damage to Nitro. It's impressive, you know.
Yes, that's something.
Yeah, every bit matters. So again, the 4-1 split, we saw that earlier today as well. But you've got to have some confidence in the player on the B bomb site, which is Sip at this point in time, just to make sure that he doesn't give anything up unnecessarily. Stanislaw has gone down. Now they're trying to rush onto the site. They do stack up an awful lot, enough for a lot of damage to get in here from Kjaerbye. Twistzz and JDM, can they get the bomb plant down? That'd be so huge if they could. JDM has got a kill, but now it's in pit instead. JDM 1 versus 2.
Not really much he can do. That has a chance. Kjaerbye finds him. 2-0 comes in. Wasn't the most comfortable of rounds, but the SMG purchases there from Astralis pay off, and they get the 2-0 coming in. Once again, no plant for Liquid, so suggests they have to be full eco here. They've got 3 kills in total, but only Glocks, maybe a couple of P250s can be brought into round at number 3. They focused towards the quad area and couldn't get the bomb down. So here we go. There we said P250s, 3 of those. No nades whatsoever. Liquid just aiming for a couple of frags. If we get the bomb down, I'll be very impressed indeed. But here we go. Let's see if there's any aggression coming from Astralis. Usually on the CD side, you can push right down, and that's what we're getting. And is this what we've come to know on this map? And you know, against nothing but Glocks, get in their faces, start mowing them down. It's going to be Device. Great job there. The AWPer farming some cash with the MP9. 2 kills in total. His teammates chime in as well. A very quick round. That's exactly what you want, is get in their heads and show them this is a possibility. We could be pushing down and finding these aggressive picks. Clean sweep. This is a bonus round in its very essence, right? You've got 3 SMGs going into the first gun round. He just showed an aggressive play. You might want to get rid of the MP9, I would say. We'll see what happens. So MP9, 2 UMPs. The buy coming for Liquid now, round number 4, of course. No bomb plants as of yet, but 5 AKs. Liquid fans.
Yeah, we've heard this earlier before. I'm loving it. This is maybe going to help them out a bit. Liquid certainly need to get fired up. I think you're dead on as well. Astralis taken away some of the momentum from Liquid in that round, just trying to make sure that they really prove to them that they're not afraid at all to fight them. JDM's taking a lot of grenade damage here. Now the battle for Banana seems to have been won early on by Astralis. That doesn't mean they can keep it forever. But Liquid now funneled back towards top mid instead. There are 3 men holding by the quad side. This is so hard to read if you're Liquid. If you try and rush this side, you're going to be expecting 1, maybe 2. So if you run into 3, you're just going to eventually run out of grenades, and maybe you'll even stop looking at all the corners there. They're back on the site though, trying to see if they can buy more time. That Molotov doing a bit to Nitro. And still, the bomb is not committed anywhere. just ticking past the minute mark in Liquid. They've spent almost all of their utility and they've gotten nearly nothing out of it.
That's absolutely right. One smoke remaining, and you can see on the minimap, no one's got any map control at all. They haven't got mid presence or the banana, but the first pick, that certainly helps. That's from the boiler room. Elige finds Duprehh, 5 on 4 now, something to work with. Still a lot of work to do here. Nothing gained really as of yet in terms of pushing towards a bomb site. Kjaerbye and Glaive, you can see their crossfire setup. One player focusing towards quad and arch, considering they've lost that part of the map as well. The B side is open, Anders. Look at this. Device and Zipex actually taking a huge gamble here and is opting to focus on the A side. That's unfortunately well, the bomb will not be heading. Device now ready with the MP9, gets one, going to double spray down, can't find it, up to Zipex now to recover the situation.
Oh, they're going to realize now they made a terrible mistake. Zip, he's got to get this kill really quick, otherwise then it's not even worth retaking. I think at this point you just have to give it up. 4 versus 3, Twistzz trying to see if he can keep them back in CT spawn for the moment. He's going to be going down, but it's still just a 3-on-3, and because they don't have any grenades, how do you expect to retake this? They actually get JDM. Somehow he's just trapped in the open. I know he just put the bomb down, but why did he not get back to safety? Elige, make sure you win this round. It'd be devastating if they lose it. They've done so much Liquid. They made the right call. They got the right kills. Elige gets another headshot in. That's a quad kill. And now Glaive goes down to Stanislaw and Liquid. Whew, just a little bit of hesitation there at the end, but they make it work. And Astralis. Big gamble and absolutely no payoff.
Yeah, massive gamble there, leaving the B side open.
To you, Henry?
A few times. I'm sure you're aware of some of the stories. But that's not the time or place of that. Anyway, Elige, amazing round from him, coming and from that boiler room to strike towards quad at the start, and then I love this play from him. You can see how coordinated he was as well. Even when the flashbang comes in, he knows what he has to do, commits to the spray, finds the final frag there. 3-1, that was a heavy bonus round there for Astralis with MP9s and UMPs. They're going to have a buy here. It will be 1 max 7. That's like caveat, I guess, to this round, but still going to be fighting strong here. Device on the AWP. He's with Banana with Zipex as well. Significant damage inflicted to the local players at the start once again. Nitro and Stanislaw feeling the brunt of that. Number 5 now, and pushing down Banana with the smoke intact as well. Device trying to cover Zipex. He spots one of T steps, hoping he has another opportunity to take him down. Might be coming in. The tension rises and doesn't get gifted the opportunity just yet. That's going to be the bomb as well.
Very interesting. Yeah, the crowd is certainly ready for him. They're warming up that shot, but it hasn't come through yet. Now the smoke is going to obscure it for a while. Duprehh playing with the max 7 here. I mean, I don't think this is a bad choice at all of weaponry. The only problem is if you retake later with the max 7, that's not necessarily good. But as long as he can stay in quad here, this can work out just fine. Flashbangs are in, and he's done a bit of damage. Tries to fall back, and Nitro will go down. Strong start for Astralis. Team Liquid now is not the time to be losing around. Build the money and make sure Astralis economy is going to be broken really early on.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the rounds that can certainly do that. Once again, though, 30 seconds remaining, and there's no real mid control coming in. 1 player in apartments, and they have got smokes, and they will be deployed. It's a little set piece coming in. There will be smokes towards Arch. That's one for Library as well, probably by JDM. So they'll be focusing, I assume, on the Arch and quad side, but there's JDM. Got himself a nice path here to wrap towards the bomb side.
This is the thing that I was actually talking about earlier. Finally, someone's managed to do it. Been missing for a while. Elige gets a kill, but Sip will line up 2 big frags, including the bomb there. And with 4 seconds left, this round is already done. No amount of magic will save Van Dulken in this position. He's going to be alone, trapped in the corner, and the round is going to be running out here. So Astralis picking up just a big win, 4-1. That's a bit gut-wrenching.
I wanted to see this from Zipex. I was going to say, he was in Library. And yeah, he got him through the smoke. I was going to say, that's nuts. We saw that smoke being deployed. He gets 2 wildly spraying through. Doesn't look too happy about it, but still, he managed to pull it off. That was actually really cool. Maybe a bit of a lifeline there for the Astralis side. They were looking a bit dire there with the shotgun on the site itself. Oh, is this the force fire? I believe it is. They've got a chance to potentially reset Astralis here. So, going to be going all in. They've got 1 AK UMP, 3 Tech-9s, a couple of smokes to work with as well. Faster play towards middle. This is not a default. They're going to be trying to maybe push through this smoke. They're right there at the top, but subsiding for now. Duprehh adjusts back towards the apartment position, and you can see some adjustments being made on the CT side as well. Device takes his AWP over towards B, joining Zipex, and it will be Glaive that's rotating back with the UMP.
Those kind of rotations and having AWPers that can be mobile is really crucial on the CT side. You want that.
Absolutely. That's what Device does so well.
Sip waiting towards CT spawn right now. Some grenades are here on Liquid, but they can't really fake anything. And once they throw these smokes, they really have to go on it. And the question is, will Sip fall back, or is he just going to challenge them at the edge? I bet he's going to try and fight them. Great counter grenade coming out. Liquid trying to see if they could maybe get something happening behind it now. 45 seconds here. And Device is just steadily waiting. They're finally going to come running through the smoke. He takes down one, and there's Sip picking up one more shot as well. And CT spawn, Stanislaw goes down. Maybe they can get a bomb plant in if they're quick here. Elige, no one can challenge him. So 2 versus 4. This would be a heroic effort if they could win this one.
Absolutely would be, with only 1 AK and no nades and 4 angry Astralis players heading that direction. I don't think it's possible. That's a good start. Twistzz takes down Kjaerbye, smoked out of position now. Both players on the wrong side, but they can boost above that smoke. There is a gap, not necessarily requiring a boost, but it's like this. It's nice dynamic play.
Gonna be hard for Astralis to read this, I think. Already taking quite far. There's the first kill coming in. Twistzz taking it down, a double for him and running through the smoke. Elige dies. They know exactly where Twistzz is. He's already got the kill. They nearly line up for him. That could have been a really good double, but instead, Astralis going to turn around and defuse the bomb, and that's 5-1. So, I don't know, really good effort for Liquid. That's a good round to have.
Yeah, not bad at all considering the buy they brought to the table there. Tech9s, a couple of AKs. That was about it. Getting towards that B side, just about the bombs planted. A 4-on-2 situation. Like we said, the boost actually almost works out for them. That boost is so cool, especially when you're trying to get into the B side generally, not even on that sort of position where you actually got the bomb down. Just trying to get the first pick. It seems to be overlooked sometimes, just boosting behind it and trying to get their first opening kill. They get it, but leaving Twistzz in a pretty awkward situation. Could have got the double spray down, and there is a world where he actually pulled that off and he was the hero, but not this time. We go to round number 7, tactical timer. You can see Zeus is chatting to his team now. And we'll see what kind of buy they have here. They only have second stage loss bonus. That's $1,900, meaning they have to take an eco here. And this is looking more logical now. Overpass, so for me, that's a huge curveball. I love the fact that Liquid, in terms of the storyline for this best of 3, managed to pull it back, but it didn't really make so much sense to me, considering what they did in the first map and playing Astralis on the very best in the second, like winning that didn't really work out. But little partial buy here. Tech9s, 1 P250, a couple of smokes and some flashbangs as well. B-rush by the looks of things, get in there. Zeus has made the call.
Glaive is falling back, leaving Sip alone, top mid, top banana, and he goes down right away. This is great trade for Team Liquid. You want to do this all the time, and I would say some missed coordination there between Glaive and Sip. Maybe they just try to fake it and leave Sip in the corner, but you need some sort of backup, like throw a Molotov or anything in front, just so that he doesn't have to do everything on his own. Stanislaw nearly losing his life. That's the right play. Smoke up and buy time.
Goes down to 4 HP from the grenade. I thought he was certainly dead there. A chance for Liquid here. The B rush, could it actually work out?
Got him trapped in the corner, but Device takes both. C-set 75 action working just fine for him. That'll be another round for Astralis. These rounds are so scary. If not for Device and all of that action, who knows what would have happened. Great triple, really good sequence for him. 6-1 the scoreline, and moving into the 8th round. I mean, there's definitely a gap, an opening at that. Surely Liquid will have felt as well towards that B bomb side.
Absolutely.
That's a bit weaker than the A bomb side, right?
Getting in there nice and quick, bomb planted as well, finding trades, finding a couple of rifles that could have actually been much more problematic for Astralis, I guess, if those pushes towards CD spawn didn't come in and Device stepped up with a CZ. But still, we do go into round number 8 here. The AWP still rolling, but still keeping Astralis modest. 1 round will break them. That's great. So that eco, or partial buy, if you will, does pull off somewhat. Kjaerbye now challenging the apartments. Doesn't do any damage just yet. This could be a little bit of a scary exchange for him. Nade lands on the Elige, takes him down to 60 HP. Banana control coming in once again for the CTs, but these rounds don't look comfortable so far for Astralis.
Look at the adjustment for the Danish side. They actually put 3 players in B early in this round, and I think they were maybe thinking, well, Liquid have almost won 2 rounds where they had almost nothing. Maybe they're going to try a 3rd time with full rifles and see how that works. So they would have been ready for that, but Liquid not really biting on that. Instead, now it's going to be more of a default setup, except for Astralis being really far back on the map. They have almost no information about what's happening right now, and I'm not a big fan of that kind of situation. And Nitro, is he setting up for a flashbang? Could be trying to flash Twistzz out of apartments.
Could be. Twistzz there by himself. They've got a plethora of utility. Push the CDs right back into a crossfire setup. 2 on the bomb side, 1 in the pit. That's Kjaerbye, and Twistzz now trying to find his way out as the arch wrap comes in once again. That's where the bomb's heading.
Nitro gets a kill on Device. That's really big. Kjaerbye He needs to hold on to this. Duprehh inside of the site gets 2 big spray downs, but that's also all they're going to get from the A-bomb side. Glaive and Sip, they're pretty close by. If they can get the first frag, JDM catching Sipix mid-air. Glaive has to fall back right away. That was very well done by Liquid. I mean, there was quite a lot of attention, I think, towards Quad and even the apartments, and Twistzz was sort of up there. He couldn't get out because there was a Molotov waiting for him, so he couldn't actually run through that, but ultimately works out just fine anyway.
Yeah, I actually really like that from Liquid, I have to say. 4 players at the Arch. That's like classic Inferno strategies at that point as well. There's nice calculated smokes, one in Arch, one in the library. You got 1 player in the apartments as well. As soon as the aggro gets taken away from the pit area, you got 4 coming around Arch and wrapping the bomb site. That's when Twistzz, he can really strike. He can come out there and find the players on the bomb site, just as they're all looking at Arch as well. So if timed correctly, that's such a powerful play from Liquid. It works out quite nicely though. Glaive, last player surviving here. We did say the money wasn't in a fantastic position for Astralis generally here. So saving the M4, they might have to take an eco on the chin here. 6-2, Liquid got themselves back into this map. After a couple of partial buys, keeping Astralis modest in terms of finding 3 or 4 kills every single time. They have now broken the money, and okay, just as I said, here we go. Getting a bit spicy now. 3, we'll make it 2 UMPs and a max 7. That saved M4 as it picks down to just the pistol.
Is that really necessary?
It's definitely not necessary, but they're just trying to shut down Liquid before they have a chance to develop their own economy, right? So they can't actually get to that 5K mark and have a few rounds in the bag. Let's try and answer back straight away. Definitely a gamble, but I guess that's what's required sometimes.
I would say that's a big risk for Astralis. I'm not sure if I agree with this. I actually think this is a mistake on the Danish side, because so what if Liquid get 3 rounds? If you have all the weapons you need for the next one, you're going to be in a good position.
Well,
I mean, the pattern's been working out for them, right?
You begin to get yourself in a rut now. This is how we've seen this fall apart. Kjaerbye looks like he'll be going down here. Shotgun. That could have caused some serious damage. Twistzz actually created in the pit as well. So 3 on 3, still a possibility here for the Danish side.
Broke his legs landing, didn't he?
Yeah.
What a way to go. Now the wrap is going to be happening towards Quad. They're all in the pit. That could be a bit weird because there are smokes and Molotovs here on the Astralis side. If they realize early on that that's the case, they could be locked out of stopping that defuse. JDM though, moving up fairly aggressively. He knows that someone is underneath the canopy there, but just not quite sure how to find the angle. But he gets the shot anyway, flash in his eyes, still able to pick it up. Sip goes down and Device coming in at one angle, but they're just all over the place. He's going to get the kill on Stanislaw, but now almost no time left, and Elige will take him down. Liquid finding a 3rd round. Great play from the American side here. I mean, they really don't break so much right now. They've been sort of bent out of shape quite far, but this is impressive.
Just had a replay of the crater. You don't really see that too often in CSGO, so it's always a bit entertaining when it comes in. But yeah, Liquid, that's a massive round for them to pick up, right? That's the force buy from Astralis, designed to try and shut down the money of Liquid, generally speaking. And Liquid actually jumping through smoke and managing to find the trades required, and another clean round from them means a full eco from Astralis here. 2K per player. 6-3, and now we really have got a 3rd map on our hands here, because this is going to be super close now. Liquid coming to life here in the first half, not getting run over. And we go to round number 10. A couple of UMPs up, a couple of AKs, and JDM back where he belongs on the NWP.
Bit of pre-fire there, I think, from Duprehh almost. He has a deagle in apartments, but he's not going to try and really go for anything. 3-man stack on the B bomb site, not too impressive given the weaponry, so Liquid can just relax for a while here. Almost certainly going to get a 4th round. Dupreeh's very unhappy at the current situation. They're falling way back. This is just really good and calm play. You almost have to assume that a lot of this comes down to Zeus again, lending his influence and his authority to the team and making sure that they really stay cool.
Well, they have struggled against these pistol buys. They've had lots of questionable rushes when they know the money's broken. Found themselves in really awkward situations like that. No refrags coming in, but this is looking much better. Calm, calculated, and actually getting the first pick there. It's going to be towards Archfigo once again. They're loving this 2 smokes. This is this classic Counter-Strike, right? 2 smokes going down, sticking to the unit, trade frags, and Device finds one in return, but it looks like Twistzz should be able to shut this situation down. There is a bit of a bait and switch. There's another player at the back right there. It's Glaive. Only got the default pistol though, so that's all he'll find. And there it is, Liquid finding their 4th round. So money's still not great for Astralis. We'll be able to buy into this one. There all is a possibility. I don't think it will come out though. Device is more than competent with the M4A1.
FaZe fans still lingering around the arena. I have to appreciate that.
Do you want them to get out?
Just, that was what I meant.
Yeah,
that was,
okay.
That was
the tone in your voice, it sounded quite hateful. But
that was the implied.
no more FaZe fans.
6-4, you know how I feel. 11th round is coming up, and I think this might be the deciding round of the first half. If Astralis win this, there's a good chance they can come back and do a lot of damage to Liquid. But if Liquid turn this around, it's anybody's game. And Kjaerbye and Glaive opening up. There was a big chance there for JDM. Nitro going to go down. It's unraveling towards the quad, and Elige drops. I just said it, Henry, but they play a flawless round. That's big for the Danish side.
That was just a change of pace for Liquid, though. That's just a play like we know they've got that in their arsenal. The fast plays every now and then, try and get that initial pick and just try and stun Astralis there. But you can see running through the smoke, that's never going to be a fun game for anyone. Stanislaw taken down there. His teammates going up towards Arch. Just great aim and great spray control from Kjaerbye. Generally takes all the aggro away for Duprehh to come into face. I don't mind that from Liquid. Just experiment those ideas and see what happens when you throw in a faster round into the mix. But going to round number 12 now. Force buy from Liquid this time. 3 AK-47s, 2 Tech-9s as well. Lacking utility. That looks like a nice nade. Doesn't do too much damage. Could have done a little bit more perhaps if Elige went quicker, but still, Duprehh goes down to 45 HP. So something to work with here. Still within a shadow this round. Tech-9s, very viable weapon to CSGO, accompanied with the AK-47s.
Yeah, incredibly so. And especially on a map like Inferno, where you can almost always get that close range.
Run through smokes as well.
Run through smokes, it's a favorite, isn't it?
Yeah, you love to see that.
And Twistzz is up here, and he's got some backup. They could try and see if they could just catapult their way out of apartments, maybe rush down into that pit. They don't have the best weapons for it currently. Stanislaw will get a kill on Glaive. That's a really big frag to open up. And again, you get them early on in a round like this, you can afford to wait a couple of seconds to see if Astralis is going to try and respond to that in any way possible. It seems like the Danes are just very locked in. This is something that I always wonder about. You know, right now they've got 2 on A, 2 on B. That means either bomb side is going to be 5 versus 2. I'm not sure I like the math on that. Maybe they don't either. Going to try and see if they can push their way through. Twistzz has got one. Kill Elige with the next one in. They've cracked it wide open. Bomb will go down, and Astralis, are they really going to try and retake this? They're far away. And they're coming in from opposite sides. A good little position here for Elige, just waiting. He's gonna turn his back. Why would he not check Banana walking out there?
That's nuts, isn't it?
Slightly lost his mind at that point in time. Now the smoke goes up, and they're actually both in construction. If the defuser starts to happen here, they have to try and react to it by pushing through the smoke. This could be very awkward. The defuser is happening right now. They're trying to get the boost up on top, shutting down Duprehh. That's a great way to improvise. What an enormous risk, but it actually pays off just fine. And Kjaerbye has to back off here. Liquid winning a 5th round.
I don't think the boost allowed him vision there. I think there was a little bit miscalculated.
Maybe not, no.
I think like they thought the boost would give them the sight of the bomb. From what I could see on my screen, he couldn't actually see him. It was just like a little bit, not lucky, but it was fortunate that he actually managed to take him down there. But still, let's have a look. And here's the Arcade, one of the opening picks from the start of the round. That's Glaive going down towards B. I want to see, could he actually see him here? I don't think he could. No, he couldn't. It was just an educated guess. So that was really dicey. And it's going to be 7-5 now, as we do have a bit of a difficult situation for Astralis. He won the previous round, only getting $1,400 into this one. So now the boots in the other foot. They're going to be in the force fight. Saved a rifle on the previous round. They got an M4, 2 of those. Pistol for Glaive, and fast play towards the bomb again. They're loving this fast play. This time it works out. JDM takes down Kjaerbye. Duprehh, what have you got for me? Because you've got a lot of players in front of you. They actually start on the pace. That's not bad from Liquid, you know. They get the first pick, and most teams would go all in at that point, try and rush the remaining rotating players down. But Liquid waiting for the reactions at this point. Still got their smokes, their flashbangs, Molotovs to work with as well. 3 in the apartments, 2 towards middle. Presumably watching Banana this time.
I think consistently this is something the American team has actually been good at this tournament, is not overextending even when they have the advantage.
It's something Zeus is probably trying to drill into them, you know, like just good discipline, good fundamentals in Counter-Strike. You don't got them on a tight leash. We used to call this like the 30-second rule, right? Especially on a map like Inferno, you get that first pick, then you don't do anything. Everyone just holds up, wait for the CTs to drop their grenades, and at that point you can kind of see and kind of feel out the map a little bit more and see what the reactions are.
Oh, and they were trying to boost up on the rooftop there, but he made a bit of noise, and they realized if that's heard, then that position is pretty much useless. Now they come running out of the apartment. Sit picks up one. Duprehh actually gets a kill, following it up, dropping the bomb. Still with 30 seconds left here. Device hit a 1-on-2. If there's anyone you wanted left in a 1-on-2 like this, might just be Device. See if he can win this one.
You'd prefer him to have a kid and a rifle, but we'll take the UMP.
At least he has a smoke. Maybe he could make the pit player irrelevant for a moment. Just trying to find the angle. There's a good headshot, taking down JDM. Gonna go for a really high flashbang, but Elige, he moved up into that. Otherwise, maybe he would have gone down. That's a really smart move from him.
That's such a massive round as well. Comes down to the 1v1. I have no idea how Device gets that first kill on the bomb side. That's just sick stuff from him. At that range, having no idea where he was to find that pre-fire, and the flashbang as well looked super good. But Elige comes out on top just about, and that cripples Astralis into round number 14. They have to take an eco here. The 4 spies finally subside. I think it's going to have some P250s and a 5.7 and a Deagle. But Liquid could still win this half, Anders. They were actually 6-1 down.
Yeah, but I would say, even if they don't, you know, if this finishes 9-7 in some miraculous way in favor of Astralis, I think Liquid just shrug and say, listen, this is all fine. We can still make this work. I'm very impressed by Liquid right now. I'm playing a great game of Counter-Strike, and again, it's been a long day for them. They've had already a tough opponent in Fnatic. Now they're taking on the best in the world, and you've got to say it's working out really well for them at the moment. JDM, a bit overextended, but there is some backup here. Make sure they don't lose too much. Stan actually falls 4 health. Oh no.
How has that happened?
It's another rule, Henry. Don't shoot your teammates. All the rules.
Not a good way.
An interesting one-way smoke attempt here from Duprehh. I think they're going to find this very suspicious, and yeah, as soon as he misses the shot, they're just going to pepper all of that. Device and Sip left, 2 versus 4.
Well, 4 on 2, you're absolutely right, and Device and Zipex. Pistols, no nades, no defuse kits. Looking unlikely is what I'm trying to say.
No hope.
No hope, but still, Liquid looking very good here. That's actually going to be 3 rounds in a row for them here on the T side. Astralis in the burn somewhat, I have to say. Here's the replay of how this actually happened. So, takes that shot. Okay, so we didn't see it from his POV. It's a little bit more forgivable in that sense, but it's still frustrating, you know. And we go into the final round of the first half. Zeus has got to be so happy with this comeback. 6-1 down.
Frustrating, but also hilarious.
But also hilarious. You do love to see that sometimes, you know?
Gotta look at the right side, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
15th round is up, and we do have M4's a UMP, and not that much more. You'd wish they had more smokes and Molotovs here on the Astralis side. Currently not available to them. Liquid have been very fast some of these few rounds, especially to get the opening frags. This time, they're slowing it down before they even get into the apartments. Instead, they're trying for some top banana control, and they actually get the kill on Device just as I say that. So that's a very, very good beginning. Liquid have been doing a great job at this.
It's Zipex and Device that don't know they're doing a great job in terms of the synergy there. Here's the reaction. We'll get into that later. 2 players in the apartment ready to fight. It's going to be Glaive and Kjaerbye actually working very efficiently together. That's a recovery and a half. Back towards B we go, though. Now we've got the cool 2 players. There, Zipex alone on the B side. Drops a really nice incendiary. That's great play. Might not find many frags, but he's bought some time for the rotation. You can see Duprehh now getting in towards coffins. This is looking very good.
They're committing to this Liquid. They're already walking in. Now they've been spotted out. A great flashbang. The bomb is down as well. Astralis, basic teamwork, but it's working out perfectly. Nitro should stand no chance here. And he goes down, making it 8-7 in favor of Astralis for the first half. I doubt they're going to be celebrating very much. I think Liquid, they have all the momentum right now. Such a poor start for them. It looked like they were about to get completely crushed by Astralis, and they find some of that strength back again, and now it's really interesting.
Yeah, I've been so impressed with Liquid this tournament. Just the way they've been able to bounce back. North American teams not known to have that mental fortitude historically. Once they start getting crushed and they lose maps and stuff, it seems like they'll drop off completely. But I have to say that the way they keep coming back into this and they're having huge defeats, and like Cloud9, the same story as well. And they've gone down like 8-1 in games and managed to come back. This is looking very promising for these particular NA lineups. But still, a long road ahead of them as we go into round, well, half number 2, I should say. It's Astralis now on the T side with the lead, 8-7 for now. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, as we discussed in the pre-game, very common strategies here. Smoking towards Banana would make sense to me. Smoke the coffin, smoke towards Spawn, flash over, and that's looking like exactly what will be coming in. And as they get the Banana control,
you've got to feel bad for Nitro, don't you?
The smoke is coming. He might want to go to emo. I would reposition at this point.
I mean, oh, he's even tagged through down to 9 health. Holding this alone, He's got a smoke and a kit, so I mean, at least someone maybe can pick that up, or he can try and see if he can make his way through on his own. But this is everything Astralis could possibly want. There's going to be a three-man retake coming in from Banana. As soon as Astralis realize that, they should be able to group up and try and take it down. A lot of footsteps here, and Device realize they line up. Oh my god, Device going to pick up 2 big kills, and Sip trying to follow it up, but not successfully. So JDM takes him down instead, and we find ourselves in a 3-on-3. The bomb is ticking, but it hasn't been ticking for that long. Problem is, Nitro solo on health. He has to kit 1 bullet through the smoke and he's gone. Elige gets a headshot. Elige gets another one, and now all on Duprehh. He's gonna go down. The retake has happened. Liquid out of nowhere. How do they win around like that, Henry? You've got to help me figure this out.
Well, Nitro, like, for all he got overwhelmed there, he stays alive. Right? That's the key thing. He was on 9 HP, but he could have fallen back to the back right of the site. He could have gone and tried to challenge over the smoke, but he goes back towards the ruins area, buys some time, and JDM, I think he has to be the MVP there. Sure, Elige gets a lot of frags as well, but he opens up the possibility there. JDM has been great with the silent USP, but Elige has been great throughout this tournament. What a tag team duo that's been throughout. 8-8. Now things start to get real interesting. Nays down towards bottom of middle. No force buy from Astralis, of course. Bomb down. We're expecting AKs in the third. Looking at their liquid buy, they've got 1 rifle to work with. That's in the hands of Elige, and 4 UMPs as well. A couple of kits and some smokes and incendiaries. This is looking like a faster round from Astralis. Objective, just get the bomb down. That's all you really can hope for here.
What a time of events. I mean, I would argue that if you could rewind time and replay that round again from that early position where they're sort of retaking from Banana and Device gets those kills, you lose that, you know, 9 out of 10 times, or maybe even more than that. Seems very unlikely that you can make that work, but a lot of credit to them here. We've been, I don't know if we've been sort of subtly underestimating Liquid in this tournament. I would say they've certainly been outperforming my expectations for them, which is always, I think, a pleasure to see. JDM hiding towards Little Pip, and just very, very relaxed defense here for Liquid. They're holding far back on the map, and why wouldn't they? Nothing much to gain in pushing up at this point, but they will allow Astralis to run in through Archway, so that's a headshot on JDM, rocking his world. Long range fight coming in, and Elige will get the kill. He realizes there's another guy in the corner still, so trapped there. Twistzz will take down Sip, and trying for more. It was looking good for just a minute for Astralis, but then Liquid managed to get a grip of the round, and that's going to be the end of it here, 9-8.
Yeah, well, it's where things start to get a little bit more uncomfortable for Team Liquid. The AKs are coming out for sure. Round number 18. 4 AKs should be the 5th from ZipX momentarily. Thinking about it.
And Astralis actually with the tactical timeout.
I guess it makes sense, right? Like, you've got them to use. They've got 3 remaining. This is their first, actually, this map so far. And maybe using that first half when things started to drop off, that could be more beneficial for them. But there's a chance now, work out what kind of buy we're up against. What have they saved? They had a plethora of SMGs, right? Only got 1 M4, maybe 2, and we're up against it with the AKs right now. Where's the best place to play? Who plays what?
I think this will put a smile on your face as well, Henry. I think if you look at the scoreboard, I believe Elige and Twistzz are the 2 top fraggers right now for Liquid.
That's what we were missing in the first map, right? Those guys dropped off, and this has been the duo. It was historically, it was Elige and Nitro working together in tandem, looking so good and so aggressive, and that was the entry guys, and on the CT side as well, they played together. But now it's Twistzz who can step in, as Nitro's kind of not necessarily dropped off, just not as powerful as he once was. I guess Nitro doesn't have to be with Twistzz there. He can take up the majority of the legwork there, but still, we go to round number 18. The unpause comes in. Of course, the AK is coming for Astralis across the board. Not the strongest of buys, but it's certainly looking pretty powerful here. And the JDM sitting around the smoke at top of middle. Duprehh, though, as we mentioned, loves the boiler room and normally finds a couple of kills there.
And Device went really low by bottom Banana. I wonder if that was a double nade coming in, because it looked like it happened in sort of really quick succession. So down to 28. Liquid can wait all day for this to work in. I mean, those UMPs, they haven't really invested much into this round. They can afford, even if Liquid lose this round, I don't think they're going to be panicking. They know they've got a pretty big upper hand.
We'll see how this works out for them. We hit the 1 minute mark. Nothing really obtained by Astralis just yet. They've got apartments control. That's about it. That's normally a first objective. Look at this little stack coming in. The bomb dropped Elige, stepping up once again. Takes down Glaive. Bomb going down. Now Astralis looking a little bit discombobulated. We'll see where they can recover from this one. Device is low. ZipX wounded as well. They do get top of banana control, but Liquid falling back, holding a deeper line. Looking very promising now, but we're adjusting back towards the A side. Astralis there with Duprehh, ready to find his pick. But at this point, it's Liquid with the lead, considering the weapon they have. Let's keep it close range, get the crossfire set up, and they still have an incendiary as well. There it is, Stanislaw ready to drop it. Perfect timing, I love it.
Yeah, that's really well done. 25 seconds left, and they have to wait for that to extinguish itself before they can realistically make a push on the side. But Sip opens up. That's a great headshot on JDM. Might have just bought them a way to get back in. Stan almost caught jumping, but it still makes it work with a UMP. Wants that AK, but he can't pick it up. Twistzz will get a great triple spray down. And that's everything you could ever want.
Sure, Twistzz gets the 3 kills, but Stan makes that happen, right?
Yeah.
The fact he gets that first kill and jumps in the corner where they can't even see him, there's so kind of tunnel visions at that stage just to try and take him down. Everyone's trying to swarm him. Twistzz probably can't believe his luck. 3 players not looking. I'm sure we'll get a replay from Twistzz POV to see how impressive it was. Here we go right now. So you can see, as soon as Stan gets that first kill, everyone's just focusing on the bomb site itself. We did have the last play, Kjaerbye looking at him, but Twistzz stepping up, and it's just a great crossfire. That's what you want to see, though. We've got the UMP, close range, get behind those boxes, make things uncomfortable, dodge and weave, and 10-8, the first team to reach double figures on the final map of this best of 3 is Team Liquid. That's kind of nuts, isn't it? I think if you said this would be one of the most important games of the tournament at the start here, Astralis versus Liquid, and Astralis could go home at this point, I don't think anyone would believe you. That's kind of insane, isn't it?
No, definitely not. But they are actually in a position where they could realistically knock Astralis out of the tournament. And it's not like they haven't fought for it. They've certainly put in the work here for this one. They will lose the bomb side, and that's similar to what we saw in the first half. So a little bit difficult to hold that B bomb side, even against pistols sometimes. Bomb goes down, and ooh, wait, look at where Duprehh is. Stan, they sort of need his flank here from Banana, but Dupreeh's hiding in a really interesting position. Is he going to go and check it? Stan moving up, looking for the corner, walks right into the deagle. He's out.
Now for the count, it seems. Yep, 4-on-2 now. I think they just have to save their weapons. Sometimes you just have to kind of cut your losses and think, well, falling back at this point, we might have had a chance in this round considering it's low HP there, but we might as well keep AKs into the next round. We still have the lead. We can still buy into the next as well. As you can see, 5k on Elige. And if they do save these AKs, they'll still have a full buy here. They can distribute the wealth accordingly. But still, Astralis recovering there. This was looking a little bit desperate for them. Pistols, though, into the B side. Absolutely right. All it takes is one misplay, one person stepping out of line and taken down, putting pressure onto his teammates, and his Tech 9s and PT50s can be troublesome. We're going to round of 20 here. An all purchase for JDM, of course. We did save 2 AKs, like we said. We're certainly able to buy into this one. We're getting to the deeper stages now of this final map in the best of 3. Winner goes on to play SK Gaming. Loser is going home.
I think an advantage for Liquid right now is they've been winning these rounds on the CT side without actually doing too much out of the ordinary. They haven't tried any crazy pushes. There hasn't been anything like wild that they've done. You could even smoke middle and just go for, or like smoke second mid and go for a fight mid or anything else like that. There it is actually, JDM pushing up, but oh no! The backup should have been there and Device takes him down instead. So that's one of the sort of tricks that Liquid could throw out. It doesn't work this time, but they must have more. So there's still some stuff that they can sort of try and run through to make this work.
Yeah, it's definitely a gamble there. No smoke deployed that time. It was just JDM looking towards second middle. I think Device got in there from the underpass and through to the smoke. That's even better. Clay finds the lead, one of the key scalps for Team Liquid. So this is looking good now. This is the exact same methodology we were talking about in the first half. You get this lead, you have to fully commit. No one has to panic. Just hold up as a team, wait for the reactions to come in. You can use the 30-second rule I was describing earlier. Just hold up, get some basic map control, and finish it off as a 5-man unit instead of trying to pull in some fakes or maybe just keep blowing everyone's head off. That works as well, Anders. That's absolutely fine.
What was Twistzz doing in the library? I mean, traditionally, you go there to read. He was just having a chill. I'm not sure what was going on. Stan just needs to save the rifle, but that's not even going to be a possibility here. That's a worrying sign. No reason to panic, but still, that's a big hit to the Liquid economy. In fact, so big that they can't really buy in this round. And Astralis got that slightly smug smile on their face, thinking that maybe they can make the comeback.
Sick round from Glaive.
Yeah.
You have to say that. That shot he got in towards Library, very impressive indeed. And he's had a rough tournament, Anders. He's been struggling in the earlier stages. I almost dropped off completely. And it's good to see him back and hitting some key shots there. And obviously, one of the most important rounds of the tournament so far. Round number 21 here, 10-10. It's an eco for Liquid. The Mac 10 coming out. Duprehh is always very good at reading these situations and knowing when a team will be completely shut down without armor. He can actually afford to farm some cash now. And this should be Astralis taking the lead once again on the T side of Inferno.
You know who's currently holding their breath, Henry?
Who's that?
It's got to be Lil Momo.
Lil Momo, little man.
Lil Momo. Moses, obviously, for anyone not queued in.
For anyone who's not involved in our inner circle, the 4 people.
Which is the majority of people, I suppose.
Yeah, got to cater for the...
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
They are heading towards the B-bomb side, and I'm obviously not an expert, Henry, but I think this will be a good B attack. I think this is
looking promising. Yeah. You've got no players on the defense, and yeah, you'll get a plant down. I think this could be one of those unicorn rounds where no one dies whatsoever around this. I've only seen it once in my casting career.
It really rarely happens, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Liquid, yes, you could look for exit frags here, but I don't think this is such a bad idea, but they are running into the map3, and 3 of them go down. There's just so much money in favor of Duprehh. Hopefully nobody stands up, no more team killing, please. And it will be Duprehh at the end, picking up 4 of them. It's not bad at all, and Astralis are now back at the lead, 11-10 here. This game is suddenly getting very intense, and I can't help but feel, I mean, I hope this is just in my mind and not in Liquid's, but I feel like a bit of the steam has sort of run out here. Where's all the power coming from, Henry? How do they find a way back? They've got tactical timeouts left.
They do indeed, but this is like, we haven't had that many gun rounds, right? They got the 3-0, and that was great from the pistol, but since the gun rounds started, yeah, sure, Astralis have had the majority of the round victories here. We go into round number 22, Anders. This is where it'll be indicative as to where the rest of this half is going. We've got the AWP out for JDM. Glaive there, somehow avoiding the flames. Doesn't actually take any damage whatsoever. And Duprehh changing his position up, not baller this time, towards the end of the apartments. No one challenging in the CT side towards top and middle. This is becoming more and more prevalent these days in terms of the CT setup. Not actually having anyone facing at all. And JDM positioning himself towards court side of the AWP. Stanislaw very passively in the arch. And you can see the bombs in T-spawn, boys. So you need to be careful there. Still have a minute to play, which is absolutely fine, but they've realized that now. Back they'll go.
Yeah, always a big indication. Whenever there's a spectator you see that on the minimap, you know that they're just scouting around for a frag and they're going to pick it up on Elige. That's such a big player to be taken down early on here. 50 seconds on the clock, and I think they might gravitate towards B while making a bit of noise with Duprehh over at A. Or are they going to go the other way? That's a big question here. Yeah, they're going to wrap it the other way. That's interesting. Is he going to draw it right out? Actually, Liquid are playing this really well. They're not getting drawn out of position. Astralis are changing their mind almost every second here. Going back and forth, and eventually Sip goes down. Now they're back towards the B-bomb side. And finally, Stanislaw starting to realize he wants to rotate over, but he hasn't got the call yet. Nitro, now he hears someone and they can start rotating in. This is a really awkward round for Liquid. Nitro goes down and Stan is not quite there in time. This is like classic Inferno. So much back and forth in that mid-round, and it's almost impossible to tell who at any one given moment has the information to actually make a real call.
I really like this from Astralis, so this is looking dominant. Kjaerbye with 3 kills, all the kills so far for Astralis. And we'll see, it'll be Twistzz and JDM desperately trying to hold on to their weapons here, but Duprehh trying to shut that down, but can't do it though. Twistzz finds him, and now I guess that gives his position away. They have left the bomb site open, but there won't be an issue here. Both players for the CT side towards A, JDM watching towards Library, spots one jumping over, nails that shot. Never going to miss that, and now at this point, Astralis need to work out, is this worth it? We're actually losing everyone here. Quite an expensive round, all things considered. That was a clean sweep if they didn't go hunting. Still with plenty of money in their arsenal, I guess, but if they had got those kills in the CTs, that would have been really beneficial for them. So it'll be round number 23, 12-10 now, as Astralis extend their lead. Here's the replay of Kjaerbye. Gotta love that. Through the smoke, of course. And there's not a jumping shot, but as good as Kjaerbye holds towards the ruins as well. Lovely round by him. Liquid timeout. So Anders, we've saved the AWP, we've saved the AK. We've got about 3K per player. I'd say almost certainly a buy coming in here. Won't be the best, that'll be a mixture of M4s and UMPs. But this is the chance now where Astralis, they win this next round, then money's not gonna be great for Liquid. They get maximum loss by this next round. Zeus firing them up right now, giving them the big speech. Can you give us an insight? You kind of told us what Zonic was saying. What do you think Zeus is saying right now?
Man, I think he is just trying to remind them that, you know, they're on the more favorite side. All they need is one big round, and they're going to be right back into it. I think this is where the fatigue really starts to set in.
Yeah, absolutely. Third map, and it's past midnight.
Yeah.
Like, you've had some long games here today already. Like, it definitely sets in. It's part of the game for sure.
Yeah. That's why timeouts are so important here. Just get the coach in. He's probably got a bit more energy.
Force, by the way, just to know. I thought they almost certainly would. 2 players can drop an M4, they can drop UMPs, like, I thought that'd be happening.
Instead, they go for the boost in the middle. Astralis forgetting about that possibility, and that could have very easily been a kill on Glaive, who was just carelessly walking into the middle with the bomb and everything. A bit scary. That also does reveal the fact that the AWP is on this A side of the map, so... And they certainly know that the boost is in, so they have to know there are two people here. Now, are they still going to try and push it? It seems like it. Grenades raining down all over the A side of the map. JDM gets one kill with the AWP. He needs a lot more, and it's just not going to be allowed. Elige will bring up one frag with the C-set 75, but that will be the end of it. Need to save the AK again here. I don't think there's any point in really pushing this.
I would agree. Doesn't look like it can do much. Save the AK. Stanislaw just that PT50. A nice execution there from Astralis, generally looking very composed, refragging. That's how Counter-Strike should be played on the bomb side together. But Stanislaw's encroaching on the site. PT50, they've got no gear. I don't think they can win this round, but maybe he can cause some damage to the economy, which is actually very strong for Astralis. Wouldn't make that much of a dent. Maybe he saves a weapon. Who knows? We'll see what he can do here, hoping to find an exit.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for them to realize. It's a really good headshot. I mean, any kind of damage to the economy is going to be valid here.
No, if they can still survive in that pit, right, he'll be the one that goes down.
Kjaerbye's gone too.
Yeah, that was actually pretty decent, but like we said, their money's like 10k per player. Doesn't really make any impact. He gets an extra 600 bucks for those 2 kills, I guess. That's something.
Well, I mean, at least it doesn't yet, but I suppose if they want to build a full compact, then, you know, if they win the next 3 rounds in a row, Astralis will wish that they had won some of these rounds, but the one where they hunted and this one, with, you know, 5 players alive, because that's another couple of rounds that they could keep going in. Now, 13-10 on the scoreboard here. We're moving to the 24th round. Liquid need to come up big. Now, something's got to work out here. They've had the tactical timeout. They had a bit of a moment to breathe. Now is the time to really answer back. A lot of grenades raining down. Banana control is going to be in favor of Liquid early on. Astralis just going to concede that to them. And it looks like actually they want to keep going here.
We'll see. JDM. Bottom Banana doesn't get anything for it. They do gain some control where they can actually just leave one player there. We talked about that all day, how strong that can be. It will indeed be JDM with the AWP, but Astralis back towards middle. Lose the playstyle now. Smoke's coming in, looking towards the outside pick, and all might just find it. Nitro lucky to be alive, I have to say. And Elige stepping up, and there it is. The aforementioned Nitro steps in as well. 5-on-3.
Smoke making sure that Duprehh can't really find a kill, and Stanislaw jumping down in the pit, joining Twistzz, who's in there. So, sure, they're on the bomb side, but almost no chance for an actual bomb plant here. Molotov might force a kill at least, and Twistzz will go down, and Duprehh will follow up. Deep breath here for Liquid. Just make sure everyone is there. Don't retake this 2 versus 2. Get the rest in. Oh, I'm getting worried here, Henry.
Yeah, I think Astralis can do this. Look at the HP of Elige and Nitro as well. JDM and the AWP, he can't do too much to help them out. They're biding their time, but Device, he's the key player in this. Strikes towards middle, finds one. JDM takes him down. After Duprehh now, bomb ticking away.
He's got no grenades, but he just has to buy a bit of time. Elige's got the kit currently picked up. He's just 1 bullet away from death. And there it is, Elige going down. Duprehh looking for the shot, hiding behind the box. Goes for the spray, hits a headshot, and he's going to take it down. And look at Sonic, so excited to win that one. 14 rounds for Astralis.
They've called a timeout. I could see him like just he's signifying that let's just calm down maybe. Let's work out what we're going to do to finish this game off, work out their money, so the timeout does come in. That's a great thing to do. People kind of associate timeouts with when you're losing, right? They definitely can be helpful when you're winning the round as well. Especially in a clutch like that, not only do you let the other team kind of stew over what just happened and kind of work out, okay, why are they taking a pause here? But you just kind of have a chance to calm down, work out, not get carried away for the next round, work out what the financial situation is you're up against. Do they have the orbs or they have grenades? Do we go for a rush here? Do we try and close this out as fast as we can? So I like this, and we'll see what happens as we do get into the next round. Round number 25, the buy comes in.
I feel like this is gut-wrenching right now for Liquid. I mean, you know, we've reiterated this a couple of times already, but they really have played an impressive tournament. And I thought actually, especially during the start of this second half here, that they could pull all the way through. It really looked like it. This is going to be a tough comeback for them now. They're 4 rounds down. They don't have the economy with them. Astralis have so much money to work with still. And the Danish team seem to have sort of woken up towards the end of this.
Yeah, they absolutely have. They've got 6 rounds in a row, Anders, so that's testament to that statement, absolutely.
What is it? Duprehh top fragging at the moment, 22 kills.
Yeah, 22 kills, Kjaerbye 18. So Dupreeh's looking much better. He just won that huge clutch as well, which is okay, JDM. And when he finishes that sentence, he finds a lovely shot on Glaive, 5-on-4. This is a difficult buy. You can see Famas's, UMPs, and the AWP for JDM opening things up, cracking open the 5-on-4.
Not that much defense on A though. That flashbang in, and Twistzz just gets his vision back to get the kill with the FAMAS. Stan on the bomb side, the crossfire's been broken with a smoke. He gets a good headshot in. I mean, that's important. But Elige also goes down. They know where Twistzz is. He's going to get dropped, not even seeing him. Taking him down right through the smoke. Another big round here for Liquid. They had them in advantage, but just get ripped away from them immediately. And this position from Kjaerbye is so hard to counter if you're Liquid. It's very hard to spot it coming in. Maybe actually from the angle that the apartments play. I think that's Nitro coming in up there. That might be the one thing they need, but oh, he's ready and waiting for it. Kjaerbye, completely heartless. Nitro still gets the kill. That's a really big frag. And now Device has to go aggressive. Takes down the AWP, pulls out the Tech-9, hiding inside of the smoke. Nitro can't wait for this. He has to go quick. Spotting him out a little bit. And not that much time left. And there's the headshot. Device gonna clutch it. Astralis back-to-back clutch rounds coming in here to just rip the last hope out of Liquid. They've got no mercy at all.
You can see an exasperated Team Liquid there, looking like they're out of it now. Clutches back-to-back, they're big clutches, I have to say. That looked like a recoverable situation there for Liquid, but Device going wild there. He actually dropped his AWP, picks up the SMG, finds the first kill. Luckily, it was the AWP on the other side. He missed the first shot, then is playing with Nitro. He had the bomb ticking away, hoping Device made a mistake, but he didn't. Dancing around the smoke and finding a very key round in more ways than one. Not only does he get match point, but he breaks the money once again. 15-10, and it's another pause for Liquid. The last one, all four used here, and potentially the last round up there. I have to say, great run in the tournament so far. I think they've turned a lot of heads here, Team Liquid, but not over just yet. We'll see if they've got anything left in the tank. 2 UMPs, 2 M4s, a FAMAS, no kits. Team Liquid, potentially their last round.
Yeah, they've certainly proven that. If they go back to the drawing board and just mold this team slightly more, a bit more experience, a bit more sort of cohesion in it, they can make a huge amount of damage on even the international scene, which is really impressive, and maybe they already have. Duprehh trying to make the jump up here, and Liquid last chance. They are fighting to get into overtime here on map 3. They're 5 rounds down. They need to start the run somewhere. Why not just get one of the opening frags? We've seen Elige be so good at that in the past. I'd love to see him try and go for it. I realize it's crazy because they're so far behind, but now's the time to step it up. Instead, now the flashbangs are raining in here for Astralis and pushing towards the archway. With the bomb first, a bit dangerous for Glaive to try and do that. So much map control here for the Danish side.
Lots of work to do, but that's a good start. Stanislaw from the apartments finds Duprehh. Smoke to play out as well, but Kjaerbye, deadly as ever, finds Elige. That's towards the banana as well. They're continuing the assault, doing damage there. It's going to be down to 6 HP. This round is everything. Oh, look at Glaive. This is very scary indeed. This frag could be it. Damage inflicted, but Stanislaw, another intelligent play, drops the bomb in the apartments, but this is just back and forth, and there's no one running away with it just yet. We'll see whether Astralis now, picking up the bomb with 40 seconds remaining, can finish the game off. 2 UMPs and a FAMAS, the last line of defense. The B site is open as well. That could be the blunder.
But it's a fake. Look at the bomb.
Oh, you're
this
right.
Is the next level. They don't just want to defeat Liquid, they want to send them home crying. Oh no, they are just going to further grains. I thought they might actually commit to it. We've seen that in the past, but ultimately, it's going to be up to Twistzz. He's in the pit now. He's out in the open. That's really dangerous. He's going to hear the footsteps. He's going to call him for backup right now. A little bit of damage already being put in. That's a good shot. Twistzz takes one. Still leaves his team in a 2-on-2. Astralis, they've won this clutch the last 2 rounds in a row now. Can they do it for the 3rd time?
Both in the pit. Got a Molotov as well. That could be the difference maker here. No kits available for the CTs. They need to operate so quickly, Anders.
What an angle. Glaive just barely showing himself, gets the headshot on JDM, and now Nitro, 1 versus 2. There's no time, no kit, almost no chance in the world that he could do this. Trying to see if he could swing wide out by the hay cart, but they're just waiting for him, and Glaive gets the kill. 16-10, and Astralis send Liquid packing after a great tournament for them. It looked like they had it going on. They defeated them on overpass, which in itself is such an amazing accomplishment, but this is where it ends. Astralis are going to move forward instead, and Liquid, I mean, I don't know. I know for sure I'm going to be excited to watch the next Liquid game.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to be getting better and better. The firepower they have available, some key mistakes we made. I think they're still struggling with the whole anti-eco situations most of the time. Sometimes the synergy's not quite there as well, but you cannot deny the skill this team possesses, and it seems like Twistzz is a great addition. Unfortunately, could not overcome Astralis today, but you're absolutely right. The tournament as a whole, I think it's really positive for this team. I think they can take a lot away from these games, and that's one of the world's best teams, if not the best team in the world right now. Take it into a third map. Astralis did not look comfortable there either, so that's great news for Liquid generally, I think.
Yeah, what a game and what a end to the day. 4 best of 3s. It's become just a bit late, but tomorrow, as they say, is where the real action really kicks off. I think those games are going to be incredible. Yeah, absolutely. We've got SK Astralis in one semi-final. Wow. And then Cloud9 and FaZe in the other as well. We've got a great day at Counter-Strike. It's been a pleasure, Anders, I have to say. We've had a fun day. It's getting late. Yes, still got the hat on. You're enjoying yourself? Yeah, listen, I just thought it's growing on me slowly. Yeah. Sometimes I like to turn it on the other way. But okay. Yeah, I've seen that in some pictures before. Yeah. That did turn up at one point or another. Yeah. We're just waiting for the analysts to get into position. I do think that they are. No. Oh, we're throwing a Rachel. So he's going to be backstage. Oh, I wasn't aware. I didn't realize. This is our first time. We're still getting used to this whole casting thing. Like, we're kind of getting our chemistry together, working our production work, you know. So we'll get there. We'll be better tomorrow. Yes, indeed. Did you see SK and Astralis? That could be fire, couldn't it? That's an absolute game we'll have coming out tomorrow. That's going to be one of the sickest semi-finals we've had in a long time. And luckily, we do have Rachel down on the stage, so take it away, Rachel. We're ready for the interview.
Thanks so much, guys. You take a well-deserved rest. And Duprehh, I'm going to let you do the same in just a minute. But first, you have to answer for this long and very close match you guys just had. Yeah, it was a long match, obviously, and we started off really great, and then we got onto overpass, and we had some, I don't know, we kind of lost focus on overpass, and communication went really bad, and in general, we didn't play our own game, and we had a really long break for the third map because we had some air